Yeah, it's Corey Lee's birthday.
It's Pat Murphy's birthday.
Oh, Pat Murphy? The one that you played football with?
Yes, at Boston College. Everyone knows Pat Murphy, right? Everyone's got a Murph. Everyone's got Pat Murphy in their life.
So it's the Brewers manager's birthday?
No, it's he was a linebacker for us, Pat
Oh,
Murphy.
no, so it really is your friend's birthday?
Yeah, it's Pat Murphy's birthday.
So I was right.
Yeah, exactly. It's Murph's birthday. It's Pat Murphy's birthday.
How did you know from Facebook?
What's that?
Did you know from Facebook?
One of my buddies, sent a text around Murph's birthday today.
It is like one of the things. I know the young guys will laugh. You probably will laugh, Tyler. It's one of the things that Facebook is still really good for is reminding you whose birthday it is.
Yeah, that, to be honest, before I really went off of Facebook, that's the only time I really knew when it was people's birthday, aside from people that were really close to me, was through Facebook.
My buddy Phil Vogel can also sell you some cryptocurrency. I think if you visit his site.
He was hacked and he never repaired it.
He tried to repair it, couldn't get it taken down, and would just basically punt it on it.
You know who's a great birthday wisher on Facebook? Who I see all the time. Every time I go to Facebook, sure enough, there's a message from this person wishing some random person a happy birthday. Someone you know. Someone we're going to talk to soon.
Jeff Joniak.
Yes. Jeff Joniak wishes everybody a happy birthday on Facebook.
That's awesome. He's a friendly man.
Yeah, it's an old guy thing.
That's all I got. It's just Pat Murphy.
Go ahead, Tyler.
All right. So the Bears, like we mentioned, are playing in that Hall of Fame game 1 week from today. And Matt Eberflus offered this up about the potential to see Caleb Williams in that Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, here shortly. We talked about it, had lengthy conversations about it during that personnel meeting. I had it with the coordinators before that, and I've been talking to Ryan. So we'll make a good decision here soon.
Now, this note from Brad Biggs from the Tribune saying that if Caleb Williams plays, it will be the first time that a starting quarterback has played in that game since 2015 when Teddy Bridgewater did it for Minnesota. Now, we know that this Hall of Fame game, really, you don't see a lot of starters, if any, especially at the quarterback position. But how many Bears starters should be seen in this Hall of Fame game?
I'd like to see the starting offensive line play with Caleb Williams. Trot them out. You don't need DJ Moore because I don't want them really throwing passes. I don't need Keenan Allen. I'd like to get Roma Dunze up, and I think he needs to be out there and getting experience and catching passes. I will gotten stuck between balls and passes there from Tyson Bagent. Don't you think?
Careful.
He needs reps. Don't you think?
Yeah. I'm with you. I think that I think that Caleb Williams should be out there for all the procedural stuff. And I wouldn't want to put him out there behind a group of offensive linemen who may or may not be on the roster when the regular season kicks off. So
I need Gervon Dexter on the field. I need Pickens on the field. I need Austin Booker on the field. Those are the players I want to see get a lot of reps. I don't need Montez Sweat playing, but I want the line together. I want the line at least you barely practice contact at all. So get these guys out there and thudding it up a little bit.
You're going to have a lot of young guys too that are going to be expected to contribute. So, get yourself in that rhythm, get yourself in that pattern of getting ready for game day, and not saying everybody's got to play 25 snaps. But like I said, from a procedural standpoint, I think it will be beneficial for your young quarterback. And how about this? This is how a team works. Maybe if you're a 10-year vet and you've been to 5 Pro Bowls and you're a left tackle, you're not going to go out there. But that's not the case for Braxton Jones. So if you're Braxton Jones and you're physically capable of playing, you want to be out there. If you're starting quarterback, your rookie quarterback is going to be out there, then I'm going to be out there as well.
Yeah. And if you have a center competition, isn't this? Yeah. Don't we need a lot of snaps to see the centers?
I don't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not asking for the first team guys to play a half in the Hall of Fame game. But because you're starting a rookie quarterback who is coming from an environment where he's never huddled, he's never called plays, they were just talking about the difficulties that they had in OTAs and minicamp with the cadence, for crying out loud. Like, take every opportunity that you can get to simulate what's going to happen when you kick the regular season off. So, yeah, I want to see them get out there and do some stuff.
All right. Stephen Jones was talking with the media earlier today and said that both CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons are looking for contract extensions, and both would like to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Now, that's some infighting that you could have on your own team when you also have to pay your quarterback, Dak Prescott, as well. On top of all of that, those would be 3 very, very hefty contracts. So I ask you guys, of those 3 guys, who is least likely to be a Cowboy in 2025? So not this upcoming season, but the one after.
Dak.
Yeah, I think Dak is.
So where would they go at quarterback from there?
Not sure, but I think that Dak is probably the one
like
player.
60 million. Like, you want to pay if he doesn't do something special this year. You're gonna let Dak again reset the quarterback market.
Now, Jerry Jones did say that he does expect Dak to be in Dallas in 2025.
Okay. But again, it is a lot of high ticket items for a team that doesn't win a lot of playoff games, isn't it?
It is. I mean, look, in terms of position too, I would suggest to you, like, the quarterback's most important for me. The pass rusher is second most important. The wide receiver is third most important.
Yes.
But then you could then go through it and say, well, that may be true, but CeeDee Lamb may be the best of the 3 at what he does. I'm just saying, if that's how you want to evaluate it. Or Micah Parsons. I don't think it's, I think you want to keep them all. I don't think you're going to be able to. And I'm with you, Sylvie. I mean, Dak has been good, but there has been no trip to the, deep into the postseason. So you're going to pay over $60 million a year for a guy that has struggled once you get to the postseason. And I know there's a ton of love, especially on ESPN, for Dak, but
they love talking Cowboys.
Are
you better off trading CeeDee Lamb? Because you've got to have a great edge and pass rusher like Micah Parsons. And then, like you said, who are you going to have replace Dak? And if they're infatuated on keeping him,
I think the guy. Listen, if you feel good about Dak, then and he's the guy you want to move forward with, then I can understand why they would decide to do that with Dak and with Micah Parsons and trade CeeDee Lamb or deal or let him, move forward. Because I think, as good as he is, he's the most replaceable of the 3, if in fact Dak plays at a high level. So it's, the salary cap's going to go up. But like you said, they all want to be paid as the highest paid player in the league at their position, or in the case of Parsons.
Too many top paid players.
Yeah.
Not high paid players, top paid players. Like, you'd have the highest paid quarterback, the highest paid wide receiver, the highest paid edge. Will you have one more quickly, Tyler?
Yeah, I want to go off of that. Let's say it is Micah Parsons that cannot come to an agreement with that. Would you put together another Khalil Mack-like package for Micah Parsons?
Wow.
So think back. I have to go back and check the exact compensation of what that was. But it obviously set the Bears back a little bit in terms of first-round draft capital moving forward. Would you make another Khalil Mack-type trade with that, a similar package going to the Cowboys for Micah Parsons?
I would consider it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd have to, what exactly did we give up for
two first round picks?
Right. Well, and the thing is you're hoping, and it's the reason why I believe the Raiders decided to deal with the Bears, because they felt like they were going to get higher picks because they didn't trust that the Bears were going to solve their problems. In this case, what you're hoping to be trading is, pick number 25 in the next 2 drafts.
You think they would really consider trading Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
You do.
Like that's the name that's been like trade-wise dangled the most among the 3.
I do.
Can you imagine? Like, that's why, like, having the good rookie quarterback on that deal is so important. If he's good and you have him for 3 or 4 years, I know it's a 5-year deal, but if he is great, he never sees that 5th year because you're always redoing it.
Yeah.
But why that's so important to make big home run hitting moves like this.
Look, he's very. I'm checking his numbers too. He's played 16 games, 17 games, 17 games. This is going to only be his 4th year. He's 25 years old. He had 13 sacks, 13 and a half, 14. I think CeeDee Lamb is the player. If you got to, again, if you evaluate Dak and you definitely want to keep him, I don't know how they feel about Dak. Like, you know what I mean? If they're all in on Dak and it's just about numbers, then I would deal CeeDee Lamb because the other 2 positions are more important.
Yes, that's my feeling.
I don't know I think Mack was older than 25 when the Bears traded for him, wasn't he?
Wasn't he 28?
Something like that. So yeah, I would definitely consider.
So here's what was given away by the Bears. They gave up their next 1st-round pick and the 1st-round pick after that, and then their next 6th rounder, and then a year removed 3rd rounder. And in exchange, they got Mack, a future 2nd, and a future 7th.
Well, they got a 2nd in exchange for that 3rd,
which
basically
ended up being Cole Kmet.
Listen, I love the idea of having both those guys on the edge for the Bears, but I wonder how that would jam you up financially because I don't, if you're trading for Micah Parsons, you're going to have to pay him in excess of $30 million a year. And I don't know how the Bears can make that work, have Montez Sweat, then also have DJ Moore want some more money.
Right. But you would have Kellen, you would have Keenan Allen off the books.
You would, but what's he making this year?
25.
Yeah, but Jeff, and it's a very valid point. But you've got all that money invested in really important positions.
Well, listen, I love the idea of it. I'm just saying, all of a sudden, all your cap room now is pretty much spoken for.
And I think that would be one of the important things with having Ian Cunningham still in the building. He comes from the Eagles. The Eagles have found a way to make it work. It feels like somebody on that team gets an extension every single day.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, look, they paid both receivers. They paid the quarterback.
Landon Dickerson, I think, got an extension too. And maybe Jordan Mailata as well also got some money.
This is why I like keeping money and not paying everyone on your team, because I still think the Bears are short. And to make I still think they're one splash away. One big splash away. If the quarterback is really, really good, like we hope.